What's up, guys? It's you, and welcome back to episode number 4 of our Pokemon Volt White 2 NPCLocke that we're doing here on the channel. And in today's episode, we are going to continue with these storyline events, and I'm mainly saying that because I don't really know what comes next in the story. But anyway, we just got our first gym badge in the last episode, as you guys can see on the layout, and for some reason there we go. I can move now. Anyway, so I did some grinding after the last episode where we did lose our Dratini, named Zeb, unfortunately. Sorry, Zeb. But anyway, we have 3 members of our party, the first of which being Dat Shiny Hustle, level 18, which is a Dano with Tackle, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Headbutt. And then we also have Tridents, the Gible with Tackle, Sand Attack, Dragon Rage, and Sandstorm, who will evolve at level 24. And then we also have Fat with a PH and 2 Ts, the Munchlax with Snatch, Lick, Tackle, and Defense Curl. So I'm going to cough real quick, and then we are going to continue on in our journey through the Unova region. Didn't mute my mic because I don't care. Anyway, so I think we gotta hop on our bike and go north, if I am thinking of things correctly. And we gotta run through this grass right here in Route 19. Hopefully we can just like get away from all these encounters, because I really don't want to kill Cricketots rather. They're not even Cricketoons, and that's cool because it's like tiny tots. It's like, yeah, there you go. I see you there, Cricketot. Anyway, so gotta run past this cool water, and then okay, so one thing I kind of like about Volt White 2 is how diverse the Pokemon are, but this is really hypocritical because I feel like at the same time it's also kind of a curse in the sense that it's really just hard to find what you want to use in most locks, and that you often end up spending a lot of time searching for a Pokemon that you want, only and it just takes forever. But anyway, now we have found Bianca, so we are actually to some plotline, and I know you guys watch this for the plotline, but anyway. Oh my god, hey! I'm so, sorry, I forgot to upgrade the Pokedex that I, gave to you. I'm gonna add the habitat list. It's, an amazing feature. I'm just gonna borrow your Pokedex for, just a second. With the habitats list, you can check which Pokemon are in your area. It's a mode in the Pokedex. To use it, open up the Pokedex and tap the habitat list button on the lower left hand side of the touchscreen. Next, pick the area you want to see. You can see all the Pokemon that live in that area. It even tells you which ones you already caught. Would you want to hear me explain that again? No, sorry. We're competent, so we can understand what you're saying, and I'm just gonna skip through your text because generally you are quite annoying, Miss Bianca, even though you are the girl character in the other region, not the other region, but in Volt White, Black, and Blaze Black. So anyway, we have a Pidove on this route, but we already have our encounter, and we have already swapped it out. So we will just continue on using the Profound Dragon Rage core. And I think we have to, okay, come on. The wild Pokemon just aren't really cooperating with me right now, so you know, if they could kindly step aside and not get in our way. It's like when you're training, it's like when you have just beaten the Elite Four in a Pokemon game, and then you go and you have to go back to the starter town, and then you're walking through the tall grass and a wild Pokemon interrupts you, and the Pokemon's a level 2 Zigzagoon, and you're like, Zigzagoon, you really don't want these problems. But anyway, so this is that hiker who's trying to stop us, and we have to actually take him on right here. Hopefully all of his Pokemon have less than 40 HP, because that would be great, and that just means we win in 3 turns. However, this Roggenrola has Sturdy, and if it has Explosion and or Self-Destruct, and is holding a focus band, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. But anyway, I'm gonna go straight away for the Dragon Rage, and hopefully we can not. Wow, so Sturdy actually does prevent Dragon Rage from knocking you out, which I guess is understandable. But we get hit with that Sand Attack, which, I'm not too worried about. We already have Hustle, so we're just not going to be hitting anything at all. But we are able to land that second Dragon Rage and knock out that Roggenrola right there. So now, the Roggenrola, and so he has a Riolu next, which I am not too scared about. Just because I don't want to get hit with a Mach Punch or anything, I'm going to go out into Gabite, aka Tridents, who's just chilling in our party and may actually evolve this episode depending on how many battles we have to fight. But I can just go ahead and click Dragon Rage, and I realized I never actually healed up after grinding. So, and this Riolu went for Endure, so it's just being extremely obnoxious and not really wanting us to kill it. which, you know, kind of happened with the last Pokemon too, but I'm just going to go for Sandstorm in case it tries to use Endure again. So then, Endure, I don't know why I say that, kind of weird. He ends up going for Counter, so that's nice. We end up knocking him out with passive damage, so that's pretty cool. You know who should get Sand Rush? The Garchomp line, because that would be balanced and not broken whatsoever. And because like, look at him, he's like kind of like a jet shark. You would look at this thing and be like, this thing is moving faster than the base 102 speed. Like, I get Greninja's a fast frog, and I get Noivern is supposed to be fast, but like Noivern doesn't really look that fast. Like, this is like a sand shark. Like, he should obviously be able to get the sand rushes, because that would be amazing. Anyway, so I think Sharon is down here. In this double grass down here, but we're gonna go ahead and fight all these trainers real quick, just because that is a thing that we can do as I take a sip of this Barks root beer. It's good since 1898. Barks root beer, artificially flavored. I felt the need to read you guys that label for little to no reason, but I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Raid versus Nidoran. Bye bye, Rick James. It is a little bit unfortunate that we will not be able to use you in this lock, because like Rick James has been a staple for all of our locks. If you guys saw the gold randomizer does like that went down over on Goldenrod Station, you guys would see that we also had a Rick James over in that lock. But anyway, come with me, you two. Okay, so he's talking to Chris and I about this double grass down here. So see the dark tall grass here? It's rare, but sometimes two Pokemon pop out at the same time. Also, the Pokemon that hide in the grass are slightly stronger, so be careful if you like want to walk through. If you're gonna challenge the next gym, it's in Burbank City. You might need a stronger team to get past it. This might help you catch even more Pokemon. So he's gonna give us a little fishing rod thing, the Super Rod, which is great because now we can get water encounters wherever we want. And that'll actually be really nice. We may actually be able to... No, never mind. We already got our encounter in the starter town. So anyway, I've decided I'm going to get stronger than him. You should. You should do your best. Fill up the Pokedex and have my back. Got it? Yeah, sure, no problem. I always got your back, Chris. Anyway, so there is this little... tater tot? Is that weird if I'm calling like small children tater tots? Like, not in kind of a messed up way, but just in the fact that like Cricket Tot's small. Like... Tot is like Lil, you know what I mean? So, oh, that's cute. She has a Nidoran female, and the other dude had Nidoran male. I ship it. I ship it, even though they're like 5, so it's kind of messed up. But you know, I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Rage right there and knock out that Nidoran. And you know, things are just going really well in our lock so far. We did have the death of Zeb, which is a little bit unfortunate. But as you guys know, due to the rules in the NPC lock, if I want to later, I can bring back another Dragonair. Is this our first encounter this route? I do believe it is. I can actually check to see if this is technically the first encounter, and then by like running back and whatnot. So we're just gonna try to catch this Lotad real quick. You know, if it's not, then it's no big deal. We wasted a few Pokeballs at my stupid expense. Actually only one, but if it is, then we can think about who we want to get from our party next. Preferably someone that can take on poison types, although we do have our Garchomp, or will be a Gabite for the next gym. Actually, no, it's like level 20, so I won't have a Garchomp, but Gabite. I'm getting them all mixed up. Anyway, so we're not going to give a nickname to Lotad. Although, we will get the Miracle Seed down here, which is cool because we have 0 Grass-type Pokemon available. But is this a new route up here? When I come on here... Oh, that's so lame. That's not a new route. Okay, I really wanted another encounter, but alas, the game does not want me to get another one. So we're going to go ahead and continue cleaning out these trainers down here, just because I think that is something that shall be very easy for us to do. And Dunsparce is here, and Dunsparce is not a fairy type, and fairy types do not exist in this gen. But honestly, I think Dunsparce should be a fairy type. It needs some sort of buff. It's just so horrible right now. Like... Honestly, Dunsparce doesn't even need a Mega Evolution, it just needs an evolution, period, because if they just gave it, like, a evolution with the current base stats, it would be so bad. Like, it would legit be horrible unless they gave it, like, quadruple adaptability, which would be cool, and also slightly broken in Hackmons, because then any Pokemon can use it, but I guess that's why Parental Bond is not allowed. So we're going to go ahead and double battle these trainers here, as we have our dual dragons in front, which will be very cool, and we'll generally be able to pop this gym right here. So Leah and Lily, those are the twins, and they have a Swaddle and a Venipede. So hopefully none of these are like Focus Sash or anything, because that would suck. But I don't think Sash spam would be very common on the Route 111 ladder. So, so yeah. So we knock out that Swaddle right there, which is no big deal. It is no big deal. Anyway, but I'm gonna talk about Thanksgiving, because that's what I can do. So today is in fact Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all you guys. Let me just get all that like cheesy stuff out of the way. But so Thanksgiving is great and all. Like, you get to give thanks to people, and I'm not denying that that is a good thing. But I think undoubtedly the worst part for all of us about Thanksgiving is having to see that one relative. That relative who you're like, oh my god, you are so incredibly annoying. I am here to hang out with all my other relatives, but you are just the person that I do not want to see. You guys can sympathize with this fact, right? That, like, that is sometimes a thing that happens. Okay, the X transceiver is free. Okay, phone be blowing up. Okay, so it's our mom, and she's just talking about Burbank Complex and all the cool things in this game. But, you know, we don't care. This is Roxy and her mom? Dad? Is that a dude? Is that a chick? I don't know. Pokemon problems. Roxy, don't try to stop me. I'm off to the Pokestar Studios to live up to my true potential. My dream is to become a ship captain and a movie star. Get real. You're a captain already, aren't you? If that ship doesn't move, you're gonna cause lots of trouble. Oh dear daughter, you split your time between your responsibilities as a gym leader and with your band, right? I can do that too. And just walks off chilling. So then Roxy is hella mad and is like, "Arr, dimwit, blah 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 blah," and just goes on and is going to go sing in her gym. Anyway. So, I think is this like the 4th gen guy? No, that's the dude who does Pokestar Studios, which I'm going to do in the grinding montage because it is the most pointless part of any Pokemon game. So, here I can actually get an encounter, so I'm going to go and do that real quick. And I'm going to get this Super Rod on deck right here. And, Super Rod. Okay, so apparently we can't fish by there, which sucks. But we can surely find another place in this town to fish. I actually see one that we can go to. That's Burbank Complex. Stop. Friend, just get, okay, game, I understand that me and you have had some complications in the past, but if you could just please let me get this encounter, that would be amazing. Do we have to come all the way down here to do this? We do. Okay, that's lame. But anyway, we can actually get 2 encounters. The first being in Burbank Complex. Or the first being here, the second being in Burbank Complex. Okay, so we actually landed a Pokemon, which is cool. Hopefully we can get a fairly high level that we don't have to grind up. It ends up being a Corphish, which is super cool. It is level 7, and Chris actually thought Kingler evolved into Crawdon, so I'm going to go straight away for the tackle versus this thing, and he's pissed at me because he's chilling a call. Okay, apparently because I was talking about Chris, our Gabite was like, or our Gible was like, hey, you know what, we can kill all the things, and didn't let me get that Corphish. So I guess that's some form of karma, but anyway, we have the Shellos right here, who is level 11, who should be able to take a tackle because we're really not that strong. Come on. Come on, just live. That's all I'm saying, just live. Like, we can work this out. Okay, that did half, and you went for hard, which is cool, because then I can tackle you again, and you won't die, assuming we don't crit. And I feel like I just jinxed that, and I just ratted us out of another encounter. Or just, like, straight up die, even though you just raised your defense. Like, that's cool, too. Wonderful. This is wonderful, guys. Well, because, like, I actually need more Pokemon on my team right now. Because I want to work on filling out my party. Because grinding is a thing I can do. But not when my Pokemon are 3 strong. And we end up getting low sweep, which is cool. Pretty useless coverage on everything we have now, to be honest. But, you know, you never know when you could use a low sweep. But anyway, we come down here into Burbank Complex again, which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like I'm just going to do that stuff off screen. Actually, how far are we into the episode? I may do it on screen. We're like 15 minutes in. So, what I'm actually going to do is we're going to knock out Pokestar Studios if we can. Okay. Okay, so right now they're doing the thing where they won't let anybody in. So that's cool. So we're going to come down here and actually do Burbank Complex. Sorry about that, guys. As you guys can tell, I'm not too familiar with the paths of Unova, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more familiar with those as the lock progresses. So we are taking on youngster Masahiro. If that doesn't sound Japanese as anything, then I don't know, man. And these trainers are actually pretty high level right here, and I don't think they'll go down to 1 Dragon Rage, which is a little bit depressing, to be honest. So can we get Earthquake, please? So we can just blow our way through this next gym. Actually, that little pup had less than 40 HP, so that's cool. So just straight up dies. You also have a Charmander, which is cool, which we could have gotten had it not been for Gible being just incredibly strong in the early game, so that's why it's jolly natured, not adamant. I was hoping to scoop up on encounters, but nope. Anyway, so I think there's okay. This is like by far one of my least favorite parts in any Pokemon game, just because it's just like I get what they were going for. They were like, oh, we're gonna add a cool new area onto the game, but for me it just like didn't work out at all. I just like really hate this part of the game. And maybe it's just because I just generally don't like second gyms, but like I don't know why I don't like second. Okay, now I jumped off. That is amazing. I'm just too good at this game, guys. So we're gonna run across here and then not fall off. Look at that. God status. Young thug. Young thug, alright. Anyway, so we're gonna run up here and talk to this dude real quick, and hopefully just beat him, and then we're probably gonna end off the episode after we clear out the trainers in here, considering we cannot get another encounter, which sucks so much. But I'll do some off-screen grinding, and hopefully we can take on the gym in the next episode, because that would be very cool, and we can kind of continue moving along in this Let's Play, and because, you know, I don't want to rush through this Let's Play, but I don't want it to be some super drawn-out thing that ends up being like 30 episodes, because I honestly don't think Unova is that long, and I should be able to get through it in, basically I should be able to get through it quicker than that. And we also need Fat to pick up some moves, because honestly, Fat with PH and 2 T's is the worst member of our party right now and is not pulling any weight, and I need to go release this Lotad too. And that's a little bit unfortunate that we are not going to be able to add it to the party, but you know, it's okay. What you gonna do about it? So we're just gonna headbutt right here and hopefully hit, and we end up hitting. So look at that, we hit 2 hustle attacks. It is almost like your name should be Burb. So we also have a Spinnerack right here. Spinnerack. I don't really mind just staying in it and clicking bite versus the Spinnerack here. Spinnerack is kind of a cool Pokemon, and it kind of opens up stuff that, you know, like, how many Pokemon do you think should be based off, like, things in real life? Because, like, part of me says that, like, oh yeah, it's really cool when they base it off Pokemon that are in real life, because then, like, you can relate it to something like Shinx. Oh, like, that's a lion or whatever. But the other part of me is like, this is a world with, like, dragons, and it's supposed to be, like, my escape. So do I really... Yes, something is happening. This is great. Fat is evolving into the Snorlax. So I'm going to chill here and let you guys watch this sequence. How about that? Enter Snorlax. So that's actually pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and see how much HP this monster has. 107 at level 19. That seems legit. So we're gonna go ahead and okay. So you still have tackle. You have some form of stab. You have like no attack at all. But you know, it's okay. You have thick fat. Things are all well in the world. We finally have someone to hold down the ice weakness on our team with the massive special defense that this thing will have, along with the great HP. And Chris is over the corner eating a breadstick, and that actually sounds really good right now. Like, I'm probably gonna go like make some pasta or whatever, even though it's like Thanksgiving and I just had a lot of food. Anyway, so I think that is a pretty good place to end off the episode. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode of our Pokemon Volt White 2 NPCLocke, please make sure to leave likes. It really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is, do you guys have that one annoying relative that you guys just can't stand? And if so, describe them in the comment section below and spread your animosity for this particular person. And with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.